Didn't this time. Did you?
Good morning. How's it going? Filled up on pancakes for the fundraiser? Haiti, right? Yeah. Thank you for, I don't even know, probably the cooks are probably cleaning up maybe at this point, but if there's anyone in here who got to eat at the breakfast, please say thank you to them for putting that together. And if you get the chance to say thank you, I can't see who's all up there. I don't know, Keen and Jeffrey, and there's some other people behind the scenes who just, she's dancing up there. She's dancing up there. Yeah, and there's a few others I can't see without my glasses on, but if you get the chance, anyone who's serving, just give them a thank you, and they'd really appreciate it. So feel free to just stand up, and we'll get worship in this morning through music. We're going to pray. Let's pray together as brothers and sisters. Yes, God. We're here together as brothers and sisters to praise your name. To praise your name. Lord, help give us perspective. We have fears, anxieties, everything going on, Lord. We want to give this to you and set it at the foot of the cross. Holy Spirit, just the wellspring of life from within us, help us to just lift up praise to our God. He's worthy and holy. Lord, even if we don't feel like it, Lord, we know you are holy and worthy to be praised. And we thank you, Lord, that we can come to the throne in Jesus' name. We have his righteousness. We have Christ's name on us. These songs are for you, Jesus. In his name we pray. Amen.
I cast my mind to Calvary, where Jesus bled and died for me. I see his wounds, his hands, his feet, my Savior on that cursed tree. His body bound and drenched in tears, they laid him down in Joseph's tomb, the entrance sealed by heavy stone. Messiah still He shall return in robes of white. The blazing sun shall pierce the night, and I will rise among the saints, my gaze transfixed on Jesus' face. Oh, praise the name of the Lord our God. Oh, praise His name forevermore. For endless days we will sing Your praise. Oh, Lord our God. Lift your voice to Him this morning. Praise the name of the Lord our God. Oh, praise His name forevermore. For endless days we will sing Your praise. Oh, Lord our God. Oh, Lord our God. Oh, Lord our God. Hallelujah. Praise You, Jesus. Praise You, Lord. Hallelujah.
Oh, I love this song. It's a new one for you guys. And I've just been listening to this week and just thinking about Selah and the breath. And this song just allows for that, just a reflection of God's goodness. So take it in and breathe it out. Peace, bring it all to peace. The storm surrounding me, let it break at Your name. Still, call the sea to still, the rage in me to still, every wave at Your name. Jesus, Jesus, You make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus, You silence fear. Jesus, Jesus, You make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus. And breathe, call these bones to live, and call these lungs to sing once again. I will praise, we sing, breathe, and breathe. Call these bones to live, and call these lungs to sing once again. I will praise Jesus, Jesus. You make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus. You silence fear. Jesus, Jesus. You make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus. Your name is alive, and the shadows can't deny. Your name cannot be overcome. Your name is alive, forever lifted high. Your name cannot be overcome. And Jesus, Jesus, You make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus, You silence fear. Jesus, Jesus, You make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus, Your name is alive, and the shadows can't deny. Your name cannot be overcome. darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus, you silence fear. Jesus, Jesus, you make the darkness tremble. Jesus, Jesus.
Hey, good morning, everyone. Welcome to 1Mosaic. You guys can go ahead and have a seat this morning. My name is Jake, and I'm one of the architects here at 1Mosaic, and just want to fill you in on a few announcements. First announcement I have is our ongoing fundraiser with the Care Pregnancy Center. They do their baby bottle drive, so you'll kind of see baby bottles. There's some up front, there's some out back. If you feel led to donate to CPC, I would encourage you to take one of these, fill it with change. You're welcome to put cash or checks in there as well. CPC does an excellent job with not only helping parents through difficult decisions of pregnancy, but also it offers a lot of education and also supplies as far as baby needs go as well. So I would encourage you to go ahead and take one of those home, fill it with change, cash or check, and bring those back in. These will be collected. The last day to bring those in is Father's Day. So go ahead and do that if you would like. The other thing I have some more fundraising opportunities for the Parent-Child Haiti team that's going to be taking place this summer. For those of you that came and supported that through the pancake breakfast, we very much so thank you. The other things we have going on are on Saturday, June the 9th. They're going to be doing they're going to be doing a rummage sale here at the church on that 9th. Feel free to come in. You're welcome to go in and rummage through those things. I know there's some avid garage sailors in the house. Feel free to come do that, or if you would like to donate to that rummage sale, you're welcome to bring things into the church. You can drop them off during the week or just set them in the gym and they will be put in that rummage sale. The other thing that's taking place is on Sunday, June the 10th, they're going to be doing a meal after the service, so similar to what they did this morning for pancake breakfast. I believe they're going to be cooking out probably outside, and you're welcome to come to that. Donations for that to be able to go ahead and eat afterwards, and we can fellowship as well. With that as well, we're also, the Alex Petticourt is still selling window decals. If you're interested in getting 1Mosaic window decals, those can be purchased for $5, and those proceeds also go towards fundraising for that mission trip. So, last but not least, in the spirit of Memorial Day weekend this weekend, wanted to take a moment to recognize a veteran. So if you're a veteran, go ahead and please stand up, and we would like to definitely recognize you and thank you very much for your service. You guys can go ahead and have a seat. On behalf of 1Mosaic, I just thank you so much for your service, and I just know that your sacrifices are great, and those that you served with, some of them did pay the ultimate sacrifice. So I want to go ahead and say a prayer before we head and greet this morning. Lord, we just come to you this morning just so grateful. Lord, we're so thankful for the way that you have blessed us and just where we have the opportunity to live in freedom. Lord, we just want to say thank you and just recognize those that sacrificed so much that we were able to experience that freedom. Lord, that freedom that we just experience on a daily basis, but then just, Lord, that freedom to worship you. Lord, we thank you for that. We thank you for the families of those that served and are currently serving, the sacrifice that they make on a daily basis. Lord, we love you and we just thank you for who you are. In your name, amen. You guys can go ahead and stand up and say good morning to those around you.
All right. Enough already. Hey, everybody, good morning. Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
It's great to see everybody. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Scott Van Etten, the backup pitcher, or backup pastor, relief pitcher, pinch hitter, whatever you want to call me this morning is fine. We'll get to the reason why I'm up here in just a few minutes, but I'm honored and privileged to be up here, and as things would have it, as God would have it, the section of Scripture that we're in Ephesians is a section of Scripture that I have just been into for like the last 2.5 years of my life, and I've wanted to share on it, and now I unexpectedly have the opportunity to do so. So we'll see how things go, but I do believe God has something for each and every one of us here this morning. But before we dive into that, there's just a couple of things I want to go over. Jake said thank you for the pancake breakfast support this morning. I personally also want to thank you. I'm going to Haiti. I'm taking my son to Haiti. It's going to be an awesome opportunity. I'm just really, really excited for everybody going, the impact that it's going to have on us, the opportunity that we're going to have to impact the people there. I think there's 17. Is that right? 17 people are going to Haiti. Yeah. And for those of you who don't know, it's kind of a parent-child thing, and we're going to go do some work with the kids and play some sports and some games in the mornings, and then in the afternoon, we're going to go to the Grace House, which is a place a lot of you got to hear about already last year when the director came here. And it's a home for older folks to go and kind of live out the rest of their lives. That's something that Mission of Hope is very passionate about. So we're excited to be part of that. So thank you for your support with that. But in the spirit of raising some money for Haiti, I have a couple more ideas this morning. And because I have the microphone, I kind of just get to do whatever I want to. So one of them is related to my dad. So, Dad, happy birthday. It's my dad's 72nd birthday today. So, happy birthday, Dad. Yeah. You're room temperature now, so congratulations. I don't know what that means. But he volunteered, or actually, my mom agreed to this. He doesn't know about this. But when you're kind of older and been married for so long, your spouse can just, agree for you, and it counts. So, if you don't know my dad, he's a big hugger, okay? He's a big hugger. Not really. He's a big hugger. Being a little sarcastic up here this morning. So, he has agreed, or my mom has agreed, to donate $1 to the Haiti team for every birthday hug he receives after the gathering today. So, please make sure everyone in here get to my dad. Give him a big birthday hug, raise some money for the Haiti team. It's just a great opportunity. It's a win-win, really, for everybody, okay? It is a win-win. So I'm excited about that. We can raise some money there. And then also, the reason why I'm up here this morning, I think we have a little picture to show. Yeah? Yeah. So, congratulations to Dan and Kayla. Baby number 5. Baby Canaan, okay? Baby Canaan, baby number 5. Healthy, everything is good. They came home last night. Kayla's doing well. Guys, let me just say this. We have just a small, slight, just really tiny opportunity to ever look better than our wives. And it's immediately after they give birth. But as you can see, Dan, man, I'm really disappointed, bro. You could not even just step it up just for this short little window of time. Kayla just destroyed you in this picture. You look like you're the one that had the baby. So I don't know how that all works out. But anyway, here's what we're going to do. We're going to raise a little bit more money for Haiti this morning. We have 2 glass jars. One says no. One says yes. Did I point the right way? Yeah? Okay. So this is just a simple answer to a question, okay? Should Dan and Kayla have another baby? Yes or no? Now, being the loving, wise family that we are to Dan and Kayla, I'm sure they'll heed our advice, okay? I'm sure they will give serious consideration to the most funded answer, okay? So this no thing is kind of, from what I understand, this is kind of where they are right now. They think they're kind of done. I'm not entirely sure I believe that. But they think they're done. So if you're in agreement with that, if you feel like, hey, it's a good idea, That's enough babies already. Like, the nursery's full. We don't need any more kids. Okay, we're good. Throw some money in the thing, and you're just saying basically you believe, like, by the time Canaan is graduating from high school, people may mistake you for his grandparents. Okay, so that's kind of what you're saying if you sort of put into the no jar. All right. If you put into the yes, you're just saying, like, hey, why stop now? You know, why stop now? Children are a blessing from God. Plus, I really, really, really want to see Dan trade in his Suburban for one of these right up here. I really want to see Dan. I really want to see that happen. For somehow he's still been able to be cool through, like, this whole having a bunch of kids process. I had to go, like, straight to a minivan after kid 1. And he's been able to maintain, like, that's a cool van. I'm going to put some more money in the thing over here. So I certainly am a proponent of the Chris potentially having some more children. Hang on a second. Yeah, this is weird. So Dan says no. He's texting me right now, so they must be watching the live stream. Which, if he keeps messing with me, we're cutting the live stream off. Okay? So he says no. All right. Man, dude. He says no, I need sleep. You people are crazy. And Kayla is saying something, you're insane. All sorts of crazy stuff going on here. I'm not even going to respond to that. They keep going. But he said Caden does like the bus. So we may be into something. I don't know. Anyway, we love you guys. Congratulations on baby number 5. Have some fun with us. Yeah. Oh, Kayla says yes. Wow, we're going to shut this off and let those two just figure that out this morning on their own. Okay, put your money away. Stop putting in the yes jar. All right, I got to shut this off. Okay, so have some fun with this afterwards. Put some money, raise some more money for Haiti. Okay, that's good stuff. Okay, Ephesians chapter 4, verses 1 through 16 is where we are this morning. If you want to turn your Bibles there or put it on your phone, that's great. We're continuing through our journey through Ephesians. As I was looking through this, there's no way I'm getting 1 through 16 done today. I'm not even going to try. So the verse that I spoke about earlier, the section of Scripture that I spoke about earlier that's really been a big part of my life the last couple of years is Ephesians 4:1. So that's where we're going to kind of just stay today. We'll touch a little bit on the rest of it at the very end, but we're mostly going to be just focused on Ephesians 4:1. I think we have that on a slide as well. This is Paul writing, "As a prisoner for the Lord, then I urge you to live a life worthy of the calling you have received." As a prisoner for the Lord, then I urge you to live a life worthy of the calling you have received. Will you guys pray with me, and then we'll continue on this morning. God, we thank you. We thank you for this morning. We thank you for the opportunities that you put before us. We thank you that we can have fun. We can laugh together. We can cry together. God, I pray that you would just continue to show us how to grow together in love, in unity, as a family, God, that strives to become more like you. In your name we pray. Amen. Okay, so basically what's going to happen this morning, I'm going to take this section of Scripture. I'm just going to break it into kind of 2 different parts. We're going to talk about those 2 parts. It's not going to be real long. We've got communion and some more worship coming up at the end. But I really want to, my hope and my desire this morning is that I can really clearly communicate 2 simple, but I think yet profound points that God has kind of put on my heart. So what we want to talk about first is the end of the verse, okay? Live a life worthy of the calling you have received. So let's talk about the call. What is the call on your life? Let's define that. Let's talk about that a little bit. Matthew chapter 4, verses 18 through 22. We find Jesus beginning his ministry, and he is going out, and he's going to begin to gather his disciples. As Jesus was walking beside the Sea of Galilee, he saw two brothers, Simon, called Peter, and his brother Andrew. They were casting a net into the lake, for they were fishermen. "Come, follow me," Jesus said, "and I will send you out to fish for people." At once they left their nets and followed him. Going on from there, he saw two other brothers, James, son of Zebedee, and his brother John. They were in a boat with their father Zebedee, preparing their nets. Jesus called to them, and immediately they left their boat and their father and followed him. When I read, sometimes maybe when you read, we can almost read this at a little bit of a distance and go, yeah, that was them. That was Peter, Andrew, James, and John. That was them. That doesn't really have anything to do with me. But I want to point out this morning, I really strongly believe that the call that Peter got, the call that Andrew got, the call that James got, the call that John got, is the same call that I've gotten, and it's the same call that you've gotten. It's the same call that's gone out to all of humanity, really. It's just that some haven't responded to the call, and it's the call to follow Jesus. You all heard of this phrase before, right? There is no such thing as a bad question. Have you heard of that before? Yeah, how many really believe that? None of you? I certainly don't believe it. I thought I'd have a few people go, oh yeah, no such thing as there is a such thing as a bad question. You especially know if you have kids, if you've ever coached a sport, or if you've ever been a teacher before. You know that bad questions exist. Like this, right? Do I have to brush my teeth? Yeah, you do. Was that assignment due today, Miss Van Domelen? Was that due today? Really? And this is my kids. Can you help me with my homework? Which is not a bad question. I'm okay with that. But in my house, this is what that means. It's code for, will you do my homework for me, right? So that's a bad question. What makes them bad? What makes them bad, in my opinion, is that we already know the answer. Don't ask me questions you already know the answer to. That's a bad question to me, okay? A couple years, or more than a couple years ago, Tyler's little, 5 years old, 6 years old maybe. And like a lot of younger boys, they're running outside and they have no socks on, no shoes, right? Shirts are coming off and they're just... So he didn't wear as many clothes, maybe as often as he should. So knowing this, we're getting ready to leave one day. I don't know if we were getting ready to come to church, or I don't know where we were going, but I just happened to like, hey, Tyler, do you have underwear on? And he says, why? Are we going somewhere special? I'm like, I don't know. That's a bad question, because you don't have to go somewhere special to wear underwear, So it's a bad question. Here's the point, I guess. Do we ask God bad questions? Maybe a little more mildly put, do we ask God the wrong questions? For me, this, God, what's your will for my life? What's my calling? We're seeking these things out, asking questions maybe that we already have the answer to. Ephesians 4:1, if you notice, is it still up there? The last word, ed. Right? What's it mean when a word ends in ed? It's done. It's past tense. It already happened. You already have it. You already have it. So we spend all this time looking for something we already have the answer to. How many times have you asked those questions before? For me, guys, it's thousands of times. I got in this rut and this cycle when I was probably like late teens, through my 20s, maybe even into my late 30s, like finding, looking, asking, seeking, discovering, God, what is your will for my life? And then for me, maybe for you too, or maybe you're there now, that was like, I got stuck there. And that was like my entire relationship with God was just like, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? What's your will for my life? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? What do you want? And no answer. Just like silence. So like any good kid, right, parents? Like any good kid, when parents don't answer, what do? We just ask that sucker again. All right? We just ask that question again. Ask it again and again and again and again. And we get stuck in that rut. And what do we label that rut? What do we label that cycle? Seeking God's will for my life. What are you doing? I'm seeking God's will for my life. I'm not doing anything else. I'm just asking, seeking something that we already have the answer to. So if you're there, maybe you're in the middle of that right now. I've got some really great news for you. Don't make that same mistake that I did. Don't spend countless hours seeking God's will or call for you. You already have the answer. It's simple. What did Jesus call the disciples to? Come on. Follow me. Follow me. Follow me. Stuff is going to happen after we follow Jesus, right? We have commands and all this. Follow me. That's it. Some of you are thinking, that's way too easy, Scott. You mean you're going to preach up here and just say all you have to do is follow Jesus? Yep. Yep. That's all you have to do. Because do you really think Jesus came to complicate your life? Do you think he came to make things more confusing to you? Do you think he came so you had to spend countless hours asking him what you should do? Like Jesus is like playing hide and seek and he's really, really, really good at it. Right? Matthew 11, 28 through 30. This is Jesus. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me. I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls. My yoke is easy and my burden is light. Jesus did not come to complicate your life. He came to make things easy and simple. It doesn't mean we're not going to have struggles. We've talked about that before. But the formula to follow Jesus is not complicated, guys. We simply stop what we're doing and we follow him. The older I get, the more convinced I am of this right here. God cares far more about his call on our life than our career. What was I doing when I was asking God, what's your will, what's your will? What was I really doing? Like, what job should I do? Right? How should I make money? Who should I marry? What town should I live in? Should I buy a house? What color car should I get? How many kids should I have? All of these things. Now, don't take it the wrong way. I'm really maybe leaning one way this morning, just trying to make a point. He does care about those things, okay? God is a big God. He has a capacity to care about everything in our lives. I'm just saying I don't think he cares as much about it as we think he does or should. He cares far more about you following him than he cares about how that fleshes out, right? Teacher, pastor, waitress, whatever it is. He doesn't really care about the method. He cares about your following Jesus. What you do, what school you go to, what team you play on, where you work, none of that stuff defines us, guys. Your career doesn't define you. How you respond to the call of Jesus is what defines you. So, our response to the call. And that's really the second part of the verse for me. So we have the call, and then we have the response. And the response is to live a worthy life, to live a life worthy of the calling we have received. Paul urges us. Back to the call for just a moment. Think about the call. Think about the call we've all received. You've received it. You think you deserve that call? You think you deserve that invitation from Jesus to follow him? I don't deserve it. We received a call that we didn't deserve. If the call was about what we deserve, it would have never went out. The call would have never been made in the first place because none of us are worthy of getting that call to follow. But we got it. We got the call. It's amazing, isn't it? We got the call. The call has gone out. Now Paul urges us to do something with that call. Live a life worthy of that call. Anybody in here ever feel like, not just sleepy tired, but just like, I'm tired. I'm tired. I'm worn out. I'm exhausted. I'm done right now. Think about maybe that moment. Maybe you're there now. Maybe you can think about a moment you've been there recently. If we start to trace that back a little bit, how do we get there? How do we get to that point where we're just like, that's enough. I'm done. I think you'll find a few things if you look back. I think you'd find yourself trying to do it by yourself, out of your strength, and maybe even trying to live a life that you want others to deem or qualify as worthy. Paul is not talking about us living a life that all of my friends and family think is worthy. Right? He's calling us to live a life that God deems as worthy, that God qualifies as worthy. And a lot of times, those two don't match up with each other. And it's really, really difficult. And we find ourselves tired and worn out and exhausted because we're spending all of our time and all of our energy trying to live a worthy life, but for who? So I'm not going to jump to that conclusion this morning for you. I'm just going to ask you to think about that. If you're there, I would encourage you to kind of evaluate, like, why are you there? How did you get there? Who are you trying to please? Who are you trying to get to stamp your life as, man, she is living a worthy life. Let me tell you. They work so hard and they do this and they do that. Man, that is a worthy life right there. You know what? If you could peek behind that curtain from time to time, I tell you, more often than not, you might discover something completely different. Guys, we have to strive. We have to focus on the audience of one. We have to live a life and be concerned about what Jesus feels is worthy. Paul writes about this in Galatians 1, verse 10. He says, "Am I now trying to win the approval of human beings or of God? Am I trying to please people? If I were still trying to please people, I would not be a servant of Christ." Oh, that is some strong language. And it just shows you those two different positions of who am I trying to please? Who am I trying to serve? The Scripture is very clear too. We cannot serve both God and man. We can't do both. Right? And oftentimes we all I'm there. So I'm not up on my high horse preaching down to anybody. I'm there. Right? We want to just kind of do our best with both. We do. We want to please and then God, we want to just live lives just completely surrendered to you. And it's really, really difficult. Maybe even impossible to do both. Your worth cannot be defined by human standards or words. Live in a way that you only seek the approval of God. I know it's easier said than done. That is the only way to truly live a life worthy of the calling you have received. Dan, would you guys mind coming back forward as we get ready to prepare for communion? I'm going to close up with just a couple more points. So in God's eyes, what does this worthy life look like that you're talking about? Okay? Here's a little glimpse. And this is where the rest of this text comes into play. Because if you go through Ephesians 4, verses 2 through 16, you're going to see some of these things that qualify, I believe, in God's view of us living lives that are worthy of the calling we have received. So here are just a couple of them. A worthy life looks like this. A worthy life is humble, gentle, patient, bearing with one another in love, making an effort to live in peace and in unity, using our gifts, living right? Living, using our gifts, growing, and maturing as we follow Jesus. And a worthy life also looks like this. It also looks a lot like fishing. Look back at Matthew 4 again. Jesus calls and says, "Follow me." Does he stop there? No. Follow me and what? And I will make you fishers of men. Follow me wherever I take you, wherever I lead you. You'll have purpose. See, we get in these, we're following and we're doing our best, and we think Jesus leads us into these places of like, why am I here? Like, what is this season of my life? Or why did you lead me into this or this job or this place? Or why did I encounter this person? And I really believe Jesus leads us everywhere. Everywhere he leads us, whatever he leads us into, I believe there's a purpose for it. We're called to follow, but we live that out. We make our lives worthy. When he leads us somewhere, we start fishing. We start fishing. We follow and we fish. Don't miss the fact that we have to fish. Go spread the gospel. Go make disciples. Go share the love of Christ. We have to go where the fish are. And I'll tell you what, following Jesus, it's going to lead you to some great fishing spots. It's going to lead you to some great fishing spots. They may not feel so great at times, but he knows where he's going. Right? He knows where the fish are. And we're like, God, you sure there's fish here? Well, throw your net in, throw your line in and find out. John 21, verses 4 through 6. Early in the morning, Jesus stood on the shore, but the disciples didn't realize that it was him. He called out to them, "Friends, haven't you any fish?" "No," they answered. He said, "Throw your net on the right side of the boat, and you'll find some." When they did, they were unable to haul the net in because of the large number of fish. We have to trust where God is leading us. He always, 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 always has a purpose. He knows what he's doing. Listen, follow, obey. And guys, we can't just follow. We got to throw, right? We got to cast. We got to put our nets in the water. We can't be afraid to do so. Will you guys stand with us? We're going to get ready to take communion. This is really a time for those of us who have responded to the call of Jesus, who are following him. This is a time for us to reflect and remember the reason why that call was able to go out in the first place. All right, that's the original call. Jesus dying on the cross made that all possible for us. So as we take communion today, you can come down through the center aisles, and then you can kind of circle back out through the back. But we've got 2 or 3 songs here that the band's going to do, and it's just a wonderful opportunity for us to reflect on what Jesus has done for us, reflect on that call, and then think a little bit too just about how we're going to respond to that, and then I'll be back up to close after.
Speak what is true, 'cause I am found, I heart. Here's my heart, Lord. Here's my heart, Lord. Here's my heart, Lord. Speak what is true. Here's my heart, here's my heart. Here's my heart, Lord. I surrender. Here's my heart, Lord. Here's my heart, Lord. Speak what is true. 'Cause I am found, I am yours, I am loved, I'm made pure, I have life, I can breathe, I am healed, I am free, 'cause you are strong, you are sure, you are life, you endure, you are God, always true, you are life, breaking through. Here's my heart, Lord. Here's my heart, Lord. Here's my heart, Lord. Speak what is true. Here's my heart. Here's my heart, Lord, every day. Here's my heart, Lord. Here's my heart, Lord. Speak what is true. Speak what is true. Speak what is true. 'Cause I'm found. 'Cause I am found. I am yours. I am loved. I'm made pure. I have new life. I can breathe. I am healed. I am free. 'Cause you are strong. You are sure. You are life. You endure. You are good. Always true. You are life, breaking through, and you are more than enough. You are here. You are Lord. You are hope. You are grace. You're all I have. You're everything. Here's my heart, Lord. Here's my heart, Lord. Here's my heart, Lord. Speak what is true. Here's my life. Here's my life. Here's my life, Lord. Have it all. Here's my life, Lord. Every day for you, God. Here's my life, Lord. Speak what is true. Speak what is true. Speak what is true. Speak what is true. Speak doing throughout each day. We want to be more like you, Jesus. We want to be more like you, Jesus. Friend of sinners, God's own Son, God in flesh, among men. You walked my road, you understand. Servant King, friend to me, you saved my soul, washed my feet, and here I'll bow, give all to you. Lord, I want to be like you. And all I want and all I need is more of you and less of me. Take this life, Lord, it's yours. Have my heart, have it all. And I will walk in your ways, love your word, seek your face, and my reward, my soul pursues to know you more, to be like you. Sing all I want. And all I want and all I need is more of you, less of me. Take this life, Lord, it's yours. Have my heart, have it all. I want, and all I want, and all I need is all I want. And all I want, all I need. Sing it. It's more of you,
less of me. Take this life, may it's yours. Have my heart, have it all.
Recently, I had some friends remind me of the Beatitudes. And Jesus said, "Blessed are the poor in spirit, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. Blessed are those who mourn, for they will be comforted. And blessed are the meek, for they will inherit the earth. Blessed are those who hunger and thirst for righteousness, for they will be filled. And blessed are the merciful, for they will be shown mercy. Blessed are the pure in heart, for they will see God. And blessed are the peacemakers, for they will be called sons of God. Blessed are those who are persecuted because of righteousness, for theirs is the kingdom of heaven. And blessed are you when people insult you and persecute you and falsely say all kinds of evil against you because of me. Rejoice and be glad, because great is your reward in heaven. For in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you. We're the salt of the earth, we're the light of the world, like Jesus. And the Holy Spirit lives in us when we accept Christ. It's the Holy Spirit that empowers us and guides us. We're going to sing this next song. Jesus is so worthy of our praise, so let's lift up some praise.
Worthy of every song we could ever sing, worthy of all the praise we could ever bring, worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. Whenever you, Jesus, the name above every other name. Jesus, the only one who could ever save. Worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. Oh, we live for you, Lord. Sing holy, holy. There is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes and wonder and show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those of sing holy and holy. There is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes and wonder and show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me to your love to those around me. We're going to sing worthy again. Worthy, worthy of every song we could ever sing, worthy of all the praise we could ever bring, Jesus, the only one who could ever save. Worthy of every breath we could ever breathe. We live for you. Oh, we live for you, Lord. He's holy and holy. There is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes and wonder. Show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. Holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes and wonder and show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. I will build my life. And I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation, and I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be shaken, and I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation, and I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not build my life, and I will build my life upon your love. It is a firm foundation, and I will put my trust in you alone, and I will not be sing holy and holy. There is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes and wonder and show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around. Holy and holy, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes and wonder and show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me. Oh, there is no one like you. There is none beside you. Open up my eyes and wonder. Show me who you are and fill me with your heart and lead me in your love to those around me.
It's amazing to me how God continually lines things up. Lead me in your love to those around me. Follow. Allow God to lead us. I had a situation this whole school year, and I could not wrap my brain around why we were in this situation. No benefit. Not bad, not good, just like one of the most neutral experiences of my entire life. We had an international student from China that was a senior that lived with us this year. And again, nothing particularly bad, nothing particularly good, just really neutral. And I'm like, God, what's the point? Well, I got to see the point yesterday, which was really, really cool, because sometimes it takes a lot longer for us to see the point, or we never do get to see the point. We hadn't really developed much of a relationship. At the beginning, Jenna, we tried to be very cordial, and there's just a distance there, and we never really overcame that. Yesterday, I was busy preparing for this morning's talk, so I wasn't going to take him to the airport. Jen was going to take him. And I had even put his bags were in her vehicle for her to go. They were ready to go. And then I just felt like, you should take him. Like, oh, what? Why? I'm busy. I got more important things to do than to drive this dude to the airport. So I was like, okay, I'll take him. And pulled the luggage out of Jen's car, put it in mine. We hopped in and we left. And I had been in the car with him. I'm usually the one that takes to school, and just very, very little conversation the entire school year. Yesterday, hour and 15-minute drive to the airport was nonstop conversation. It was one of those drives where you get in, and then you're already there, right? And you don't really remember how you got there. And the last hour of that conversation was all about Jesus. And it really, really shocked me. Yeah, it was cool. Because again, we had never really connected, and I didn't think he had any like that's your thing, you guys, you Americans. Like, I'm not going to pay attention to Bible class at school. I'm just doing my thing. Man, I was wrong. And it was a cool conversation. So I'm going to encourage you all to, this weekend, you may be led into some situations, into some places where you're like, what? Why am I here? This is pointless. Well, it's not. Just have the courage to follow Jesus into those places. And when you get there, you got to fish. You have to fish. And what a beautiful opportunity and experience that is when we do that and we obey and we just live the way God has created us to live. So that's my encouragement to you guys this weekend. I've been informed that I have a text message. Sorry, my phone was up here, so I didn't. I need to give a shout out to the Rossies, Anthony and Emily, newly married. They're here this morning, so give them a good round of applause. Yeah. I saw her, Anthony, she just told you to stand up, so you have to listen to her now, man. So, hey, thank you all for being here this morning. Just a couple really cool opportunities. Don't forget to hug my dad. He's going to be super disappointed if you don't do that. And then let's give our really strong opinion here about where Dan and Kayla should be with the next potential baby. All right? Have a great morning. God bless you guys.